not a game, it's a rich thing.
But I'll cut y'all back on. We're gonna go around the truck, find all the imperfections. Like the chip there. Alright y'all, let me show y'all something here. I'm going around putting tape on spots that I seen. And when I pulled the tape off, I started pulling, I don't know if it's primer at the bottom of it or filler. But one thing we know, it wasn't sanded good. So we're gonna take all this down. I don't know what that is up under it. But we're gonna take some sandpaper and sand it down. Make sure it's feather edge so it won't be lifting on you. I think it should be good. We're gonna put a skim coat, a filler right there. All right, y'all. I went around and took some wax and grease remover and wiped all my spots that I gotta wipe some body fill in. We're gonna be using this here, Carlo Prima lightweight body filler, 2-part. Look at Raw. He's sweating over there.
I know I got chip right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some 1-part glaze and put it right there. Hey, Raw. No, I'm alright.
Grab some salt and vinegar chips. Y'all say grab some salt and vinegar chips. Some salt and vinegar.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm working on the top now. This whole top gonna have to be body work pretty much because right here it wasn't level and I'm hitting metal, so I gotta level this here off. Also this side over here. Clean all this up back here. Also right here where the ribs was, and this here gonna be covered up, but I'm still trying to remove all this flaking primer, like right here. Need to be sanded down. Yeah, I'm gonna prime this whole top once I get the body work done. I'm using 80 grit right now. Then I'm gonna prime it, go back with 180 to block it. See, all this up in here was flaking. Okay, I got this white, all of it. Now I'm talking to the YouTube family. That's Raw down there. I'm finna go down there and help Raw. He got the bumper unloose. We finna pull it off, but I wanted to show y'all I got all this wipe here. It was rough trying to wipe it in these little smaller areas here. Somewhat I had to use my finger. But let's go down there with Raw. All right. Y'all see, you got everything unloose?
Yeah.
Y'all hear him? He said he got everything unloose. We finna pull it off.
It's gonna hang on these two things, but it's pretty much already off. I've got everything unbolted. Alright. Y'all see it, Raw got it all loose, y'all. See it right here.
So I'm gonna take that drill. Nah, I gotta let that dry. All right, we got the front bump off. Now I could get up in here, feather edge, because it's shipping with the headlights on. We had to do this just to get the headlights off. Also up in here, needed feather edge. This whole bumper here need priming. So we're gonna have to work it because it got a lot of chips everywhere. It's been painted because whoever painted, they didn't sand up in here real good and it was chipping, so we had to do that. We didn't see it at first, but we got it. All right, y'all, this is the following day, day 2 on the Avalanche. We got the Cutlass. We had to bring the Cutlass back in, move the Avalanche up. We're gonna try to move the Cutlass out. I don't know if we got the keys to be able to move it, but if not, we're just gonna start sanding where it is, where the truck is. Let me show you what I did up here. I don't think I showed y'all last night, but I pretty much got it somewhat like I wanted. I had to wipe some more, fill in some areas here, like here now. But we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna sand all the filler areas with 80 grit. And then we got this bump over here. We got the bumper sitting up here, over here on this table. I hope y'all can hear me with all these fans running. But I had to wipe a little spot here with some filler. We're gonna hit all this with some 80 grit. Knock these chips down, feather edge it, around up in here. Then we'll probably just take a Scotch-Brite and hit the rest of it. But we're gonna knock them chips down with some 80 grit or 180. Then we'll hit the rest of it with a maroon Scotch-Brite. Then we'll prime the whole bumper just to get all these nicks and scratches out, because there's a whole lot of them all over the place. Just like this here. Okay, now with this here, I'm just using this small little, it's not a rigid block, it's a soft block. I can get these contours like I want, because it's like a contour go up in here. I'm just touching up where I had put all the little filler, little touch-up spots. I'm just going back over it. See how I knock that down? So y'all, I got the top pretty much all done, ready for some primer. I just gotta blow it off. Now I'm going around with this block here, putting all my airs that I seen, knocking those down with 80 grit. Also, there's a spot back here on this bumper. Well, I'm getting ready to shoot my first round of primer. I'm going over the spots, also over the whole entire roof. But this gun, I'll be using this gun here for the primer. Got a 1.3 tip. This should be alright for the primer. I'm not shooting that much at it. Spray gun, professional quality, high performance. And also the primer I'll be using is this high-tech 7031 Eco Prime. Mix is 3-to-1. 4-to-1 to 1 for a cylinder. Gonna be using that high solid, high deal. Gonna mix it 3-to-1. There's some bottom fill up there. Is that you want to step ladder?
It's just right here.
Pretty bumper here.
Huh? Okay, you guys, as you can see, SprayWay wetting up with the primer. First coat of primer, first coat of primer. Y'all see how Spray doing it? Y'all see how Spray doing it? Just like a machine. Suit on. Big boy.
Who did a crazy girl? What is it, like a boy?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Step through over here.
Yeah, I got you.
I got it. Okay. Answer for it. Answer. You gotta put it where I.
Calling me as a. Yeah, we can call me. Rock.
Well, Rock.
Okay, so they don't like
Everything primed up. That gun sprayed pretty good with the 1.3 tip. I put about probably about 4 coats of prime on this here because I wanted to build it up because it was a lot of pinholes and stuff, rock chips here and there. And on this top, I think I put 3, maybe 4 coats on this top as well. I gotta retape this area here, but everything looking good. And on the sides, I just put 2 coats on the repairs. We're gonna let this dry, then we'll put some guide coat on it to start blocking it with 180. Okay, now y'all, the primer done pretty much dry. It ain't ready to be sanded yet, but I went on and wiped some 1-part glaze and put it on some of the nicks. Then I'm gonna spray some dry guide coat on it. You can use not dry guide coat, this spray paint. You can use dry guide coat. We got some over here, but I'm gonna use the spray paint. I'm gonna let it sit overnight and dry. So could use some dry guide coat right here. powder. But I'm gonna lightly mist this on. I'm gonna do this on all my repairs as well. All right, y'all, this is the third day. We got Raw over here working on the bumper.
What on with y'all?
I know I told y'all we're gonna use 180 for getting the 80 grit scratches out, but he don't have no 180, so we're using 220. It's gonna do his job, just like the 180 would. It's just gonna be a final scratch. So when we do prime it, the scratch ain't gonna be as rough as the 180 scratch. How's it looking over here, Raw? What you think about it?
Something pretty long, pretty good. Let me tell you. What you think about it?
Yeah, it's looking good, looking good. What I expected, you know, it's gonna be some spots that, like right here, that we might gotta go back and fill, but
yeah,
you ain't gonna be able to block that out. It's a good thing you stopped right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, it's coming along. And on this truck over here, we're gonna do the same thing. Use 220. I've been doing this side on the block. I already got this side ready. I did the bumper. Just gonna be going in the X pattern, 220, like right here. Back and forth. You still see the guide coat, that means that area still need to be blocked. Need to come down a little bit more. Those low areas there. Them 80 grit scratches, we're getting them out. Pretty much all you gotta do. It's good to go for the final prime. Okay, I'm up on this roof here. We got a low spot, need to be filled here, and over here is also low. That's low, all up in here. And this is a high spot, because you can see the metal, so I'm gonna have to knock this down and fill out this here. The rest of this low as well, that's high. I had hit metal. I'm just using this block in some areas, also this smaller block right here. All right, we finished the blocking with the 220. Now we're about to prime all the spots that we had repaired, the roof and the other spots, and the bumper. It's the final prime.
Pump up and all the spots that we repaired and
two of that hole for me. No, it's all right. I put a hole. Unlock that door for me. It's locked. That door right there locked. I don't know why. I said this door right here locked. I don't know why. Unlock, no, unlock the door. Alright y'all, we got it primed up. Now I'm about to take some flat black spray paint and guide coat, the whole truck. Then tomorrow morning we'll be cleaning it up, the wet sanding. I'll be using some flat black. He finishing up on these last two doors here.
What's up, gang? Y'all know what it is. We're getting the X-pattern action going, baby.
Y'all see it. And out here, this hood, we found some more spots that we had to repair. There's a spot here. 3 spots up in here, 1 there. Also, there's a spot here and there. So we're gonna reprime those areas. Put about 2 to 3 coats on it, because I mixed up well enough to do those spots. Then I might hit these spots here, because I had blocked it down to the filler right here, also right here, and now I might go ahead and hit those if I got some primer left. Mixing it up over here. What's that? Oh, yeah. Pineapple.
Bad for your heart.
What that?
That's what they say.
Yeah, man, you know I just go crazy. I can't do no.
Alright, I done jumped out here on this front bumper. I just took some 400 grit, tore it in half. Now I'm just doing it by hand. I'm just keeping my fingers closed. You don't want to have them open because you'll put grooves in. I just got them closed, just knocking the guide cut off. Then when I get up in this area here, I might fold a sandpaper like this here. That's all you gotta do. Oh, let me show you the hood. I done sprayed the primer. I put some dry guide coat on these areas here. I'm waiting on the primer to dry. Then I start blocking this. All right, y'all, this is another day. I'm take y'all over here with Raw. He over here washing up the bumper. We're gonna try to get some paint sprayed today on the bumper, up under the hood, also the tailgate, and some more miscellaneous pieces here. We're gonna try to get sprayed today. It was raining earlier, done stopped. Sun out now.
Sun cooking.
Yeah, it's cooking now. Getting it cleaned up. Bagging it out to do the cleanup. About to get ready to spray some paint after this here. We're gonna spray the top on the truck first with all the rest of the pieces, like I said before. Ross still over here sanding. Well, not sanding. He cleaning up this tailgate there. Okay, we got it washed up, rinsed off. Then we're letting it dry. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure you let everything dry before you start trying to mask or do anything, especially paint, because paint and water just don't mix. I might let it just dry good overnight and then come back in the morning, start painting the stuff I was talking about. Who knows? I might try to paint something tonight. But we got it washed up. That's all what matters right now. All the other pieces up here, let me show you. On this old Mustang, we got the handles and the pieces that go on the tailgate. Not the tailgate, but the bed. All right, it's the following morning. We got all the stuff, the panel staged up. The back pieces go on the bed. Some more here, the handles. Tailgate. I'm about to take these doors off now. Me and Raw got the doors off. Now Raw, he going back, touching up where it was hard to get to with the doors on, scuffing up the hinges. So the paint has some of the bun too. I guess I'm gonna go up top and start masking it off. The panoramic, and because we don't cover up the whole entire truck. We just gonna paint the jams up under the hood and the jams on the truck and the top. And the rest of these pieces, but we're gonna do the top first. Then we'll paint the truck. Probably once all this dry, we might paint the doors on the jams on these doors here after we paint all this stuff here. Then we'll paint the truck. Put the doors back on and paint the truck. All right, we're doing the final wipe down with wax and grease remover. Y'all see them up there? Everything taped up. Ready to be shot with the base coat. Door jambs, back mask. Let me show you the color. Color tick. Benny the one mixed it up over there. Let me give you the phone number if I can see it. 901-308-3833. Ask for Benny. 5434 Pleasant View Road, Memphis, Tennessee, 38134. And this the color here.
Wow.
Yeah. Write that down.
gonna get sprayed. You gonna put that heat shield back on there? Huh? You want me to go home, turn all that? Huh? Tape that up right there.
About 15 minutes.
this 3 coats of the base coat. At first I was just gonna paint the edges because it got a heat shield going on it. But he said he might not put it back on there, so I went on to paint the whole bottom side. Let me show you the clear we'll be going with. Also got it from Vinny as well. Carlo, CC1, CC2, 2K mirror finish. High solid mirror finish clear coat. Mixes 2 to 1. Alright, let's get it mixed up. I'll be spraying out my water. That bitch 400 RS. I sprayed the base coat. What I do with the gun? I had to take it apart. Put in some lacquer thin on the tips and stuff. But I sprayed the base coat with my DeVilbiss limited edition. All right, let's get it mixed up. Hey Rob, you know how to mix the 2 to 1? You know how to mix the 2 to 1? Yeah. Yeah, do that, cause you know when you spraying clear, you wanna keep it wet. Yeah. Cause I probably. All right, y'all. This 3 coats of the clear. Gonna let this dry. I gotta go back home, so I probably won't be back for maybe probably about 4 days. I'll be back, then I'll do the rest of it. So it should be good and dry. I'll cut y'all back on when we get back in town. To the other side right quick. Well, let me let y'all know. It's been maybe a month, a little over a month since we actually finished painting the truck, but I never cut y'all back on because I actually lost the camera that I was shooting all my footage on, and I had to get a new camera. So I got a new camera. The truck been sitting for over a month, I know. But it's painted, it's dusty. We've been back and forth from Memphis and Alabama. You can see right here, this here dusty. But let me show you everything that we did. Well, everything that we did. You can see right here, we painted all this. He done got some parts in for the truck grill. It's a grill here. We did the wheels. I can't remember what I actually showed y'all as far as on my footage, the footage that I did have that I saved to my computer. That's the only footage I got. The rest of it is on the camera that I lost, so guess we'll have to pick up from here. But you can see we already got all this painted. Dust just been on it. We're about to cut and buff the truck now. Show you the jams. Yeah, you can't really see nothing. We still got to paint the back of here black. All this back here black. We already done painted the rest of the pieces. I'm not. Let me see. Where do I got the pieces at? We got them somewhere, but we got to paint the mat there black. Also the back, this tailgate cover, that's going black. Oh, we took the other pieces upstairs there, so we got them wrapped up. I forgot. It's been so long since we've been here as far as working on the truck. So it should be good and dry. Like I said, it's been sitting at least a month. But we finna get back on it now. We'll probably start sanding it down today, doing the cut and buff. Gotta put the wheels back on. But we're gonna get back started. There ain't really getting no sunlight. There's some sunlight back here though. You probably can see it better back here. All right, we're gonna get started. What Raw doing right now, he's taking a damp rag, wiping down the dust because it's been sitting up. Then I got some 1000 grit. I'm gonna go around the truck and knock down the orange peel with this flat block with some 1000 grit by hand first. I'm just trying to get the orange peel out. Let me get a rag and I'm gonna show you what it's gonna look like once I hit it with this 1000 grit. Let me dry it off. I can dry it off with this block too as well. Once it dry, you're gonna see the orange peel. I'll cut it back on once it completely dry. Now you can see here, the orange peel, all the dark spots. But where it's light, it's coming down. I'm knocking down the orange peel, but I still can see some dark spots up in there. But right here you can see a lot of orange peel. So let me go ahead and knock this off. All right, y'all, this the following day. We did all the 1000 grit sanding yesterday, as you can see. Our goal for today is we're gonna stop the sanding. We're gonna start painting this back here. All this going black. Seams, the same color we painted the rest of the black pieces. So we're gonna put some plastic over the whole truck to keep the overspray or whatever getting on it. Even though we still gotta do some more sanding, but we still gonna cover the truck. We're gonna take this plastic here off and scuff up all the black here with a maroon Scotch spray. We also gonna paint probably up under here the bed, even though it's gonna be a cover going in it. This cover over here, let me show it to you. Even though this cover here going on it, we're gonna probably try to get some paint on it as well. We gotta paint that and also this tailgate cover. So we're gonna start prepping up, getting all that together, then we'll spray the black. See, I got everything staged up, what I'm gonna paint with the seams black. This is the inner fender wheel to go on the back. I wear the front, that's the front inner fender wheel. The mat, tailgate cover. And we got Raw up here. He's sanding down. What's going on with you now?
Hey, y'all boys back.
All right.
What's going on?
What up with you now? You on Candy camera?
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah.
What's going on lunch
Back on-
break, man? You know.
Oh, you on lunch
checking
break?
in with the guys.
Okay.
So what you made cooling, man?
Yes, sir.
So he
Yes,
cooling.
sir.
He say he cooling. Ross said he cooling.
man. Cooling.
It look like you cooling. Got the fans going, huh?
You got the fans on you while you
Yeah.
working, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we just scuffing up everything.
You ready to go coat this bang?
No. We finna paint the black.
Oh, okay.
But we sanded this down yesterday for the cutting buff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm finna paint this black here on everything. But I'm just using the maroon Scotch Brite,
Right.
scuffing it up. All right, y'all, we got the truck covered up. Let me show you how we got it taped off. Getting ready to spray this Sims black. Let me show you the other stuff here. And the fender wheels, scuffed up, the matte. Let me show you the black. Sims trim black mixes 101. This the gun I'd be spraying out of. All right, let's get to spraying. Here's the results of the Sims black, trim black. Went on and sprayed this, even though that matte going there. What y'all think about it? And the fender well, tailgate cover. Here's the matte. Here's the other, and the fender well. I guess tomorrow we're gonna let this sit overnight, come back out. Tomorrow I start sanding it down with the machine. No more hand sanding. We're gonna use 2000 to get these 1000 grit scratches out from when we blocked it. So I'll cut y'all back on then. All right, y'all, as you can see, we took all the plastic off yesterday before we left. Now you can see how it's gonna look up against the color. Today, my main goal is finish sanding the truck. Like I said, we're through with the hand blocking. Now we're gonna use the DA. We're gonna be using this Duetto Bigfoot with some 2000 grit, 5-inch on the DA. We're gonna be damp sanding. We're gonna use a spray bottle. It just damped the surface with this here. Well, I gotta change the way it's coming out. Still coming out in the this spray bottle here might gotta get another spray bottle, but I'm gonna damp it, then I'm gonna use the DA. Let me plug it up, then we'll get started. What I'm doing, I'm just misting some water on. I'm gonna mist the pad. We're gonna get the 1,000 grit scratches out with this 2,000. Finished sanding with all the 2,000. All this white paste, that's just clear coat. I sanded off. I'm not gonna wipe it down because I gotta sand it again. We're gonna use 3,000 to get these 2,000 grit scratches out. But I got everything sanded. Then we got Raw over here. He putting the truck back together while I cutting up. Here's the 3,000 here. As I go, each step, it's gonna get a little bit more shinier. Finally finished up with all the sanding. This the 3,000 grit sanding. Now we're gonna take some water. I got some soap and water. I'm gonna wring the rag out and wipe all this sanding paste off. I got the truck wiped down. Now it's time to start bringing the shine back. We're gonna be using some 3M product. See, it's dulled off now. Let me show you what we'll be using. This 3M. It's gonna be step 1, the rubbing compound. I'll be using a wool pad for it. On a DeWalt polisher. right, we done did the compound, not raw. He wiping it down with some a damp cloth. Now we're about to do the polish, step 2. Show you the polish we'll be using. We got 2 more steps. In step 2. Then we'll do step 3 after step 2. This the machine polish and this the ultra fine machine polish. And foam pad. Okay, y'all, we finished with the cutting buff and the polish. We still gotta wipe it down, but before we wipe it down, we're gonna remove all the paper, all the masking from the jams, also from the windshield. Then we'll wipe it down. Start putting it back together. All right, we finished taking all the masking off. Now it's time to put the truck back together. All the moldings, door handles, the wheels. That's everything we painted. We done cleaned up all the molding here. I painted these pieces here yesterday. Windshield wipers. Also, we got a grill. I painted the black. This grill here used to be chrome. I painted it black. Then they got this chrome insert to go in both of the grills. That's the fun part here, putting it back together. Then it's another piece to go on the bottom of the bumper on the grill. Here we go, y'all. We got everything put back on it. We just gotta pull it out and clean it up. Well, we gotta put some screws up here at the top. Rod gotta go get some from the auto parts store. That'll be pretty much it. So you can see everything put back together. We gotta put the mat in. But other than that, oh, there go the alarm. I can't cut it off, but let me see if I can find the key. Y'all see Ralph? He laughing at me. I set the alarm off.
Y'all know what it is. Ralph Customs, 5959 with a Z.
Oh, there you
the
go.
alarm done shut down, baby. Hey, look.
The next day.
All right, Rod, finna bag it out. Really ain't no sun out today. Kinda cloudy. He floating on out.